Well, hello, everybody. You are listening to an all-new episode of My Friend, My Soulmate, my podcast. And if you're missing a little bit of a voice, yes, you're only hearing one voice right now. That is mine. It's Christian here. Vicki, my girl, is not feeling too well today, or yesterday. So she is taking some much-needed time to rest and recoup. And I wish she would listen to me that she needs to stop working so damn much and she needs to slow down. But so she is slowing down. She's taking the day to rest. But hey, that does not mean that we're not going to bring you an all new episode. Host of Morgan's Pop Talks, Morgan is here to join me to talk all about. We're doing a State of the Union on all Real Housewives. So we're just going to talk about Housewives, our thoughts, our feelings, our fears, our concerns, and our hopes. So stay tuned. It's going to be a fun episode, and I hope you all have a lovely week. Mwah. All right, everybody, you're listening to My Friend, My Soulmate, my podcast. And while I am excited to be here today, I am a little bit sad because my soulmate herself is not here. Vicki is feeling a little under the weather. She gave me a little scare yesterday, but I'll let her tell y'all all about that when she's back. Y'all know that she's never short on stories. So here we go. There'll be another one for you. But joining me today is my Herdat sister and the host of Morgan's Pop Talks, my friend Morgan. She's a Bravo queen, just like me. But everybody, please welcome to My Friend, My Soulmate, my podcast, Morgan.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the show.
You?
I'm better now. How are you?
I know that's right.
And everybody, just take a second to look. If you're listening to this, you can't see, but if you're watching on YouTube, the crystal clear vision that is Morgan's camera. We were just talking about this. Her boyfriend hooked her up. She says she's got a boyfriend in tech. And I think now I just pivoted on what I want in a man. I think I want a man in tech. I'm just saying this.
Absolutely. You should see it in here. We got the light. We got 2 different light sources. I'm using his camera. It's so funny though. When you want to try something new, and we spent an hour and 45 minutes in here the other day right before I started recording my show, changing the whole entire layout of the room, trying everything to just put it back the way that it was to begin with. I was like, hey,
you had to get it out of the way to just know that that's not going to work. Otherwise, you would have kept wondering about it, All right. Well, what we're going to do today, everybody, is just kind of like a State of the Union when it comes to Real Housewives. Because if you're like me, there was a month or so earlier this year, not too long ago, where I felt like we were in a lull. It was a little dry. We didn't really have that much to watch. The shows that were on weren't really feeding my soul. But we have turned a leaf, baby, because we got Beverly Hills is coming up at some point this fall. They announced that on Bravo. We just got the Roni trailer this week. The Salt Lake City girls. I thought we were going to get a Salt Lake City trailer this week. Apparently not, so hopefully next week. Jersey just wrapped up. Atlanta is still filming, I believe. OC is going full force, and so we just got plenty to talk about. So me and Morgan are going to jump right into all of it. I think we should start with Roni because they're the last ones to give us a trailer. They're the last group of ladies to give us some content. So Morgan, talk to me about the Roni trailer in general. Impressed, not impressed? Talk to me.
Somewhere in between, impressed and not impressed. Is that a successful answer? Okay. The thing of it, how many times can we say it's not old Roni? Which it's not. We have to let it go. We have to move on. We have to be okay with the fact that it is the new era. Yep. I think for me personally, it just takes me some time to get invested. And, one season of a complete reboot, I'm not all that invested in it yet. So I'm not sitting there like, I have to know what Brynn is doing. I have to know what Sai is doing. I'm just not there. I will say it gave some promising moments, some dramatic moments. I do really like Jessel. I know she kind of came out as the rising
I fucking
star.
love me some Jessel. Yeah.
Yeah, and to start the trailer the way they did, they definitely know that Jessel is the fan favorite. So they're like, let's put her out here first just to kind of get everybody excited for it. But no, I am excited. I feel like, Roni, there's just something about it where even if it's not like, the classic seasons, the pirate, anything else that you want to talk about, there is just something special about the New York franchise that I love.
I totally agree. Yeah, honestly, when you said that, it kind of reminded me of Sex and the City and how Sarah Jessica Parker's character, Carrie, was always adamant about like how New York was the character in the show. Like New York is the fifth character. And I think that of the Housewives franchises, New York might be the only city that really kind of creates that feeling when you watch it on camera. I mean, there, it's like when there's a reason they do holiday movies in the city and stuff like it. Just creates a
Yeah.
vibe. So I get what you're saying. It's definitely a peek into a unique part of the world that we wouldn't see otherwise. But also, too, like you said, how many times can we say it's not the old Roni? It's not the old Roni. I feel like Andy and Bravo would be like, say it again, because they're like, that is the whole actual fucking point. Like everyone
Right.
here that's like, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's like, no, when they decided to make that pivot, it had to be complete opposite. There could be no, similarities in my opinion, because all that does is then
Draw
open the
more
door even more for
comparison.
comparison. Yes. Like I think that to me, people are having a hard time understanding that it's supposed to be not the same. You know what I mean? But I get it. Like it's the first city they ever really did that to. And we've been in this a long time. It's like, and like you said, it's hard to be invested in someone that's newer. But my thing is too, is like, it's devastating to lose someone that you are invested in. You know what I'm saying? So I
Exactly.
think for a lot of people, they feel like they lost a friend. Like, I can't call Ramona. I can't see what she's doing. I can't see whose floor she shit in this week. Like, I don't know, I need some updates. So, but I do think that the Roni girls, they're doing everything right. They're doing nothing wrong. The trailer it was interesting. I don't
Yeah,
know what
like,
the
you
whole
don't
pigeon
know what
shit
to
thing was.
there's
What was up with
no
the
real, like,
pigeons?
positive reaction to it. There's no real, like, negative reaction. It's just, like, somewhere in the middle of the
Like,
road, I
womp
feel.
womp. Yeah. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. There was definitely a lot of, like you said, drama. It looks like Aaron might be front and center this season with, it looks like, marriage issues. And have we seen anything about that in the press where they're like rumor? I didn't see any of that. And like she
Mm-mm.
told him, "You're lying to me." I was like, so
They
I don't
love
even
to
know.
trick us, though. They love to do the little editing dupe. So, don't put your eggs in one basket.
Literally, her saying "you're lying to me" could be about like, we were going to go to McDonald's on the way home and get an ice cream, and then he
Yeah.
changed his mind. You know what I mean? And it's like we're over here thinking like their marriage is on the rocks.
After that trailer, I'm just really hoping that they're not trying to make "You're a Pigeon" happen, because they, like, overkilled the pigeon pun, and I was like,
I
"Okay,
I was
stop trying
like,
to
I'm
make fetch
hanging. Yeah,
happen."
exactly. It ain't happening. And like I was hanging on for a little bit, but I was like, okay. It was somewhere between the 12th and 14th
Yeah.
time I heard pigeon. I was like, all right, got it.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't got it. I don't
Yeah.
even know what the fuck this means. Like, what is this about? But I get it that y'all clearly had nothing else to insert into this trailer than some pigeon talk. So
Yep.
thank you for that, I guess. But yeah, the Roni ladies, they premiere October 1st. We have 2 new ladies joining them this year, one full-time, one part-time. I can't remember the full-time lady's name. Raquel, that's her name, Raquel. And I guess so we have 2 lesbians on one cast now. I just got gayer saying that. I'm so excited.
You know they did that on purpose too.
Yeah, exactly. um, so I'm excited to get some new blood. I think it's a great move that they brought in 2 new people. I think they really had to like shake it up a little bit, or just bring in all new energy in addition to what we had last year. What do you think about the Rebecca Minkoff Scientology of it all? Are you interested in that? Like, do you think we'll get into it? Do you think they'll push her to, and she's like, shut the fuck up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely interested in it. I feel like nobody isn't, but
Yeah.
also at the same time, I'm kind of allowing myself to see it through the lens of the show. Like, I'm not going on this deep dive and trying to study up on her like before and read interviews and stuff, because I really do want to see how it plays off across the screen. I do think that Bravo tends to get in like these like copy and paste type situations where they see something work on one show and they try it on another show. Like,
Till it's like they beat it to death. Yes.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah. Like
yes.
the Vanderpump Rules reunion, right? Them all watching the last scene together. And then you have the New Jersey reunion and they're watching the whole last
It's
episode
like when
together.
we had murder mystery parties every 2 weeks on every fucking
Exactly.
city.
Yeah. So I feel like anytime there is even a slight controversial twist to a cast member, they know people are going to eat it up. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just the way that humans are wired, whether it was Erica Jane in 2020 and we were trying to figure out that whole story, Jen Shaw. Now, I'm not like saying that they're all on equal playing field, but
Yeah.
they all have like a scandalous twist to them,
Totally.
part of their personality or part of their storyline, I should say. And I think she kind of fits that mold for what they were looking for there.
Oh, very, very, very good point. Yeah. I mean, to me, I'm shocked she agreed to do it.
Yeah.
Like that, she's like, I mean, $100 billion brand. Yeah, she might be a Nordstrom rack, but for a reason, baby, because she already made her coins at Nordstrom, and now she's like, yeah, now I can sell a little bit of discounted price. How about
Yeah.
that? Like she's obviously like can ship money. So I'm flabbergasted. To me, they had to have paid her a shit ton. And then and on top of that, she's a friend, which means technically maybe even less work. So, I mean, maybe they're just out here shooting fucking money like crazy at these women because Jenna didn't sign on for pennies.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting to think. I don't know what their price point is,
Mm-hmm.
like it's all relative. You look at them and you see that they have these empires. So they're like $1 million to them is like a dime. So I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know. Maybe it's like,
especially because they have all like agents and like and all these people that take cuts of it. So it's like after
yeah.
taxes and what you owe out, it's like that
But
you're
I
getting a
also
very small
think
number compared to that million.
being on a show like this brings also a lot more brand recognition to maybe people that their, demo doesn't automatically reach.
Totally.
Like I knew that Jenna Lyons was a big shot, but I couldn't sit here and tell you everything that she ever did or like where I can buy her clothes or her
Mhm.
lashes or whatever it is, like
Yeah.
now I know she has a lash line. Now I
Yeah.
know like she was a big shot at J. Crew. So I think it just introduces businesses to a new audience as well.
Yeah, that's true. Well, everybody at BravoCon about to have Rebecca Minkoff back. It's BravoCon 2020. We're about to have a Rebecca Minkoff booth at the Bravo Bazaar next year. I can't wait. All right. Well, that's all we're going to talk about Baroni right now. We are just like a month and a half away from their premiere. I'm sure we'll get all kinds of good little nuggets of information between now and then. But I'm ready to support the girls. If you're listening to this, look, I get it. You're listening to somebody who literally was depressed for a year when they let Vicki go. Like, I know how hard it is.
Yeah.
But I think when the network makes an effort of this size and this magnitude, they're not doing it to go back.
Mhm.
I think that they would fail and not admit it before now. So I think it's a huge step for them. The easiest thing to do is just try and get behind them and support it. You might not laugh or be as into it as you were with some of it, but you're still going to laugh and have fun. And eventually you're going to get to like these ladies so much that you want to keep up with them. Like Morgan said earlier, maybe we're not there yet, but we're going to get there.
Yes.
So tune in October 1st. Right now, though, we are headed west. We're going to Salt Lake City, ladies and gentlemen, where baby gorgeous herself, Jesus in a manger, is facing another lawsuit. Lisa Barlow. And let me tell you, this lawsuit is very, very, very similar to the one that she got hit with a few months ago. Like, I was like, is this like a duplicate article? I thought I
Right.
almost didn't even post it on Instagram because I was like, I don't know that this is the same, like two different things. But basically, according to legal docs, a man named William McGreary claims John Barlow's son, claims John Barlow, yes, needed cash for materials to fulfill orders for Vita Tequila. Those materials ran them about $400,000. That's what McGreary loaned out to them, and they were supposed to pay the money back December 27th, 2023. It is August 16th, 2024, and this man is saying he ain't seen a penny of Baby Gorgeous's money. So, I just want to talk about this because this isn't like a small lawsuit, really, per se. And this is number 2.
Mhm.
I wasn't necessarily, Lisa wouldn't have been the one that I would have thought would have been the lawsuit girly when we started this. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
guess, well, Jen really took the cake there for quite some time. But, I always, honest to God, I kind of thought Lisa had her shit buttoned up tight. Now,
Yeah.
this isn't saying that she doesn't. But to me, it's just kind of like, oh, like, 400, they're not suing for shits and giggles. It's like $500,000.
Yeah.
So talk to me. How do you feel? Do you think is Lisa Barlow going to be one of the lawsuit happy housewives? Are we going to spend more time with her in the courtroom than we are in her house eventually? Like, what's going on?
I hope not. I really hope not. But it is weird. Like you said, the lawsuits seem identical. Like
They're almost
materials for
identical.
Vita Tequila, the
The
same
amount is
amount of
almost the same.
money.
Yes.
So to me, And I don't know anything about this, okay? So this is just my opinion, what I
Mhm.
see on the TMZ article. This to me reads like one person sued her and then another person was like, "Now's my time to go." Because
Yeah.
they just did it, so I'm going to jump on board because the timing is very suspicious. If it was supposed to be paid back in December of last year and it's now August and it's also 3 weeks after another lawsuit came out, like, you
Mhm.
can't tell me that that is a
Like,
coincidence.
where was you in March? Because I'd have been out here knocking on their door January 1st, baby. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like,
right. So it just kinda seems I don't know, that's a big red flag to me.
yeah, yeah. I kind of agree with you in the sense that the timing of it all kind of almost in a weird way does her favors. Like, I think it
Right,
kind of shows that there's some, sinister intentions possibly with these men. So I don't know. But let's guess what, Lisa? If you would fucking distribute that shit outside of Salt Lake City Airport,
right.
you would have money to pay these people to go away, because all these Bravo people out here would absolutely be buying it, including myself. So I wanted to talk to you about Monica. She recently said that, well, she said a couple of times that the network has tried to maybe bring her back in, or there's been talks. And when I say like back in, I mean, you know how like they'll pop up at like the end of like the season and like kind
Mhm.
of scare everybody or something like that, kind of maybe leaving a door open for next year. Um, I think that's kind of what she was saying that they wanted to do, but that everyone, I think she said everyone except for Meredith and Whitney had a hand in putting a stop to it. Talk to me about that, because her and Lisa were going at it on Twitter, basically being like, you're lying. Like, Lisa's saying that she's pulling it out of her ass. I don't think she's pulling it out of her ass personally. I want to know what you think about Monica and her claims about the network, all that.
What I think about Monica, I think she made for great television. I mean, there's
Yes.
no denying it. Whatever you wanna think about her, that finale is, like, top 5 episodes of all time for
Oh,
me. I
so
can't
good.
sit here and rank them because 'cause I'd have to really go through the archives, but, like, when you think of a memorable character, you think of Monica Garcia and her burn book and Reality Von Teese and all of the things. I don't know if I believe her. It's also one of those things where maybe someone did say something and it was, "Oh, like, make a cameo." And then, she turns around, "They're begging me to come back." Those are
Yeah,
2 very different sentiments.
totally.
So, you never really know which one is the truth. I feel like I don't know why Whitney and Meredith would be on board and everybody else would not be on board. Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. I would love to I would love to see her back. I
Me too.
understand why the rest of the cast does not want that. But I mean, it would be a shocking twist to end the season, which is what they like to do. So
Like,
maybe
imagine her
she is
walking
telling
in
the
at the
truth.
finale dinner. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I would die, I mean, it would be amazing TV. And that's like, it makes sense that they would want to do that. And
Yeah.
especially if, like the women didn't want her back this season. I think it's a producer move to when, trying to cater to your talent and keep their trust, but also try out some things that you think creatively would be good, and resonate with the audience. To me, it makes sense that they let them do their season and have their fun. And then that's when they're like, okay,
Yeah. Let's crack the whip.
so it makes sense to me. Also too, I think it was on Jeff Lewis.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Meredith was on Jeff Lewis, and they talked to Andy. They asked
Mhm.
him about it, and Andy pretty much he'll always either like beat around the bush, or you can tell he's trying to like find an answer and like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He straight up said, I don't want to comment on that because I don't know. And to me he would have had no problem being like, I didn't know we invited her this season. So
Yeah.
I kind of thought in that moment like, oh yeah, he knows. Like, the women raised hell and they had to cave in.
I
I
don't
don't.
trust anything he says right now because every single time he opens his mouth, New Jersey's getting completely rebooted. Oh, did I say that? No, I just meant it's getting like a little faithful. No, we're rebooting the entire. It's like ping pong back and forth,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm over it.
In the
That
words of Kyle
and
Richards, pick a lane.
yeah, that and whenever he like gasses up every single season, oh, this is the
Oh,
greatest season you will ever watch in your entire life, and you're like,
yeah,
okay, I'm watching like a puppy dog wedding for one whole
literally.
episode. So
Exactly.
I don't trust him. I don't
Yeah.
trust him.
Love you, Andrew, but
Love you, but I don't trust
we'll stick to
you.
you stick to interviewing people. Y'all stop interviewing Andy and trying to get him to spill on some shit. It's
Yeah.
not his job. He's got a paycheck to collect. He can't be out here like, leaking the details. Okay.
Yeah.
And well, you just mentioned Jersey. We're gonna move on to Jersey now. Real Housewives of New Jersey season 14 just wrapped up. And what was a historical style of a reunion, not a reunion, a finale, a coming together of the minds, if you will. Obviously, the ladies refuse to be in the same room as each other. We are very, very separated. If you've been to BravoCon in the last 2 years, this is no news. They haven't wanted to be together for quite some time. I'm surprised they made it this long, to be honest with you. And Frank Catania, who behind Joe Gorga thinks that he's the number one housewife, was on a podcast this week and said, I have heard the same speculations that Teresa has been asked to leave as opposed to being fired, which honestly made me throw up in my mouth a little bit because I was like, that's what Bravo does. They love to have that. We're going to ask you to just take some time. You know what I mean? Which is their respectful way of being like, we're giving you the opportunity to say you're walking away, So he said that, which made me a little nervous. And then I saw also that TMZ shut that down about an hour before we hopped on this recording session. This is what they said. Teresa Giudice's future on the Real Housewives of New Jersey is up in the air, despite reports suggesting otherwise. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ there is absolutely no truth to any claim that Teresa has been asked to leave. They say no decisions have been made. Everything is up in the air. And in fact, another source close to the show says production isn't even going to think about next season until 2025. They're probably as fucking tired of it as we are, to be honest with you. Like, can you if we're this tired, can you imagine being in like the minutia of it all? Oh my God. So first off, do you believe the Teresa stuff? Do you think any decisions have been made, or is this just hearsay? What do you think?
No, I don't think any decisions have been made, because I think we would be hearing more, not just like the initial decision, but the snowball effect that would cause. I think we would be hearing a little bit more of that. And I mean, for a cast that gets accused of leaking things to the blogs, like the bloggers would have been on it. Like they would have been on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like they are in such a weird place. I feel like the only thing that makes me think that it might be true is that Teresa is a hefty paid housewife.
She's probably one of the highest paid people on the entire network, if not the highest, aside from like Andy.
Yes.
Honestly.
And when you look at it like that, I mean, when you think of it as a budget cut, which is like a horrible way to think about it because she's a person and she's given us so much.
But
and
it's it's a production though. Like it all comes down to the money.
Yeah. It is a network. And when you think, oh, she's making I don't know if this is the number, but she's making $1 million per episode. Boom, that's 15 million that we just freed up.
I mean, the thing with like the options of, and again, everybody knows like no matter where you are located in the world hearing this, if Teresa Giudice is removed from the show, you will hear a scream from me. So it will echo around the world. Okay. However, the options of what they could do with that opening of funds is limitless. Especially if they want to cater to athletes' wives. If they really want to go, really go hard and like really throw some money at these people and get them to open up, that's the kind of money that's going to get people talking. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know. But also, too, Melissa and Joe can't be cheap either.
I mean, not cheap, but they definitely aren't getting paid as much as Teresa.
Oh, God, no. But I just think when you're on 10, I mean, honest to God, Dolores is probably making a decent fucking check at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been on, Jen Aiden's not making pennies at this point either. So if you think about it, Jersey really, it's a heavy spend on that cast. I mean, easily, maybe Beverly Hills
has been on forever too.
Margaret has to be making a good coin now too. So I can see why they would want to just do a whole refresh, because it's like, look at we have endless options, but also you take a big risk, because say you take that risk and Jersey, who's been consistent ratings wise
Yeah.
forever, takes a nosedive. And then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you can't call Teresa back fast enough. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I really don't know. Talk to me though. Talk to me what you want to happen, and then what you think will happen with the cast.
I don't want a full reboot. I think we need to keep some people around because,
Yeah.
like we talked about earlier with Roni, like we already have Roni, we have Dubai, and then to completely reboot New Jersey, I just feel like there's a lot of competition out there in reality shows. And like who has the time? Who
Mhm.
has the time? So I feel like they definitely need to keep a core group. If I had to pick the core group, I would say Dolores. I love
Mhm.
Dolores. I would say, I think you're gonna hate this, but Jem Fessler. I love Jem Fessler.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
Jen
here's
Pavessler has such potential, I think. I think she
yeah,
just needs to stop being so scared.
yeah. But here's the thing, Christian. Because
Okay.
I do not like you think New Jersey, you think Teresa. But
Yeah.
here's my issue. I do not love Teresa more than I dislike Louis. And to
Okay.
me, that's hard, because they're
Yeah.
now a package deal. And
Yeah.
so if I get to watch Teresa, I have to watch Louis. And I don't want to do that.
Wow. Okay. I
And
think
I
that's fair.
also think from a network perspective, Louis could be a liability. If all
Yeah.
of these lawsuits are true, whether he's being sued or whether he's suing other people,
Or just the
Louis
energy around it all the network might not want to deal with. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my fear, and that's what I don't know how they would navigate that with Teresa.
Yeah. So
And
I
he's
think
not really liked by fans. I mean, it just is what it is.
yeah, it's hard. I mean, I think I think regardless of what decision they make, they're going to hit roadblocks either way. I mean,
Mhm.
it is I wouldn't want to be them. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that, because I mean, the thing is, you are taking risks either way. You are disappointing loyal viewers either way.
Right.
You are breaking hearts of loyal employees either
Mhm.
way. You are shifting the trajectory of a show that's been on for a decade and a half either
Yep.
way. Like, a lot of things are changing, and no one is able to know or even guess what the fuck those changes are going to bring about. I mean, it's kind of scary for them. It has to be.
Yeah.
So
And
I
especially if you're picking some castmates over others.
oh yeah, it's like again, also too, and as much as some of them might get on my nerves, that would be the worst situation ever. Like, you're lined up and they're like picking the kickball team, and they're like,
Yep.
not only are you the last pick, bitch, you're out on the you're watching. Go cheer.
Yep.
So yeah, I have not a clue what they're gonna do, but we wish them the best, and all we
We
can do
do.
is hang tight and see what happens. I want to talk about Atlanta. I feel like we had a lot going on with the Kenya of it all. Now, despite them already filming for like 2 months, Phaedra's back. I ain't got a damn clue what's going on down there. A lot, but I love that they're being open. They're like, look, Phaedra's,
We don't
they're
know either.
obviously they're trying to make something happen. I mean, it's not their fault. I mean, things happen. Talk to me about Kenya. Were you upset with all of that? Do you believe the allegations? Do you think a lot more will make sense? What do you think?
When I first read this story, I was like shell shocked. Like, Kenya. I love Kenya. I've always
Yeah,
loved Kenya. She honestly is like one of my favorite housewives. But she can hit pretty low. But I was
oh
like,
yeah,
she would not hit that low to
that's just
show an
like not
image like that.
logical to do that. Yes,
No,
yes,
because immediate and she's so established. She doesn't need to do that
that's
at
what I thought.
all. So I feel like the story that we were maybe presented with isn't 100% accurate. And now I'm seeing all of these things like she feels like she was wrongfully terminated and she's going to sue and all of these
Mark said that
things.
she's getting screwed by the network. I'm like, well, it's bad if Mark out here kind of on her side.
Right, right. So we'll see. Yeah, I was really sad about it too, but I also feel like in today's day and age, you can't mess around with stuff that crosses a certain line. So I don't know. I'm really interested to see how they present it on the show, if they do, because it's like, also now, are they going to have Kenya in the first half of the season and then
That's
not
what
have her in the
are they going
second?
to pretend she was never there? Because they were
Yeah,
filming for quite some time before this
yeah,
happened, right?
it's
Like,
so confusing.
that's why I was, look, I'm thrilled Phaedra's back. I was shocked because I'm like, how does that work story? And you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
editing and timeline of the season. Like maybe they literally just, maybe Phaedra's only in half the episodes. Like she comes in half. Maybe they completely break the fourth wall and be like, we got to
that would
find
be
somebody.
interesting at least.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think that at this point, it's like, I'm to stop like insulting our intelligence at some point, because
yeah,
like, even now, like if you watch episodes that you watched a decade ago, I watch them differently. Like I see it differently. Like I see things produced. I see, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like you things become clearer with time.
yeah,
And I'm like, why there's no secrets. Like, you clearly got
yeah.
rid of an employee, or you punish them. It's no secret. So don't try and make it a secret now. You know what I'm saying? Like we're
I
all
think
sitting
they
at home
will
knowing
show
what
it.
happened.
I
I
think
think
they
they kind
will.
of have to, because they kind of
Yeah.
have to prove why they did what they did.
Yeah, because when you consider, the last season of Atlanta, and it makes me so sad when Atlanta doesn't hit, because when it does,
There's
it's
nothing like it.
so good. It's the
Yeah.
best. It's like also nothing like it. But I think that, they had a rocky season last season, coupled with the moment that everyone was talking about from Vanderpump Rules, where they break
Mhm.
the fourth wall and you see them yelling about Ariana not wanting to film with Tom and all of these things, and how the audience reacted to that. Everybody was like, like, what are they doing? So
Yeah.
I feel like those two things combined, they're gonna have to do something with
Yeah,
that.
I want to hear producers like freaking out. Like, what do
Yeah.
we do? I want to hear the call where they tell Kenya, we're going to let you sit out the rest of filming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I want to hear all of it.
Yep.
But again, I think we're kind of owed it because it was such a news story, and we're just kind of we have no idea what's going on. Um, oof, I listen. I wish the also I'm still upset that Sheree's not there.
I know. I
I think that
know.
I don't know. Maybe they offered her like a friend role, and she said, "Kiss my ass." But I'm like, I just think Sheree in any capacity just elevates anything
Yeah.
immediately. I don't care if she comes in lying her ass off. I don't care. I don't care. I think Sheree is the funniest person. I just love her.
And,
Let's
I keep forgetting that Portia's back.
yeah.
Well, at least we have that to look forward to. Like, and she's going through a divorce, and there's
Mhm.
all kinds of stuff like with her and her soon to be ex. So there are positive things. And it's like at a certain point, just recast an entire old season, because
I mean,
that's
at
like
this
what we're
point,
slowly
yeah.
doing anyways.
I mean, I've always like people. We got to stop sleeping on what nostalgia does. It resonates so well with people. Like
Does.
it's just a thing. Like I
Yeah.
don't know why. And newness is great too, but there has to be like a happy medium of both. You know
We're
what I
also
mean?
depressed in 2024 that we need to remember what it was like in 2014.
Like,
Like,
please give me some flashbacks, girl. Yeah. Let's move on to OC quickly. What do you think about this season of OC?
the season of OC is a lot. I mean, I'm loving it.
Mhm.
It's really good. I wasn't expecting to be 10 toes down Team Shannon, but here
Yeah.
I am, 10 toes
Yeah.
down Team Shannon. I mean, yes, she made a mistake, but the way that they are treating her is so just beyond. And I have a lot of thoughts about all of them. So I'll let you talk and we'll get into it, because
Okay.
I'll talk about it forever.
I love it. Yeah, no, I think that you're not the only one who is surprised to be 10 toes down for Shannon. I think that Tamra and all of them thought that the audience would be 10 toes behind them. I think that's why they went so hard at her, because they thought
Mhm.
that the audience expected some sort of like crazy accountability from Shannon, which instead, because they were so focused on trying to out her or expose her, they missed her doing what she needed to do, So, and again, she's not perfect, but also
Right.
too, she's not one of these housewives that's out here and gets in trouble and is like, I'm cutting off drinking. She never said that. So
Yeah.
we all know
Yeah.
that
And
you're filming, y'all are in production vehicles, like you're having a drink at dinner. And like that to me, and I talked to Vicki about this. I was like, to just throw out the word alcoholic like that before
Mhm.
Shannon even had her ass in the chair. I
Yeah.
said, if that person was actually struggling with what you claim or believe they are struggling with, in what fucking world is that conducive to talk to them that way?
Exactly. There's a way to go about navigating a conversation like that. That's not the way to do it. And
No.
I almost feel like, and this is I know you're not like the biggest Gina or Emily fan, are you?
I'm getting there with Emily.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
I
Emily's
like
funny as
Emily.
fuck.
I like Emily. And I like Gina too. There's really nobody that I dislike because I love these shows. But last night's episode, I was starting to get annoyed because as somebody who really likes Emily and likes Gina, I feel like they're both starting to not act like themselves. Like I feel
Yeah,
like they're acting like a housewife
they're
or
getting too produced.
the audience wants this. Because
Mhm.
I'm like I've never seen Emily like tag team with Tamra be yelling the way that Tamra yells. And I'm like, this is not Emily Simpson. So what is
Yeah.
going on here? Because I like the old Emily Simpson.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, but also Emily, she'll like get in there and be like kind of in the nitty gritty, like meanness of it all, but then she pulls herself out real quick too. Like she
Yeah.
plays devil, which I think is good as a friend and as a conversationalist because you're hitting all points and considering all options. Like I get it, but I'm also like watching. I'm like, whose
Yeah.
side are
Ping
you on? You
pong.
know, like where are we at? So I thought, yeah, I think that I think Emily's great. What do you think about Katie, the newbie, and the Heather paparazzi of it all?
I really like Katie. I think she's cute.
I think she's fun.
I think she's sweet. Yeah, I mean, to go in and go toe to toe against Heather Dubrow, like, my thing is, I don't understand why Heather just won't admit it. Oh, like, do you think that the paparazzi paid the Disney like admission
Admission
fee
fee.
to get in there if they didn't know that somebody was in there?
I'm
Like,
also like, how much do these pictures make? Because I'm about to fucking go start taking pictures of y'all.
no.
Vicki,
And then
call me. I will meet you outside Kodo Insurance and snap you getting into your car and just flip that hair, act like you don't even see me, you know?
And then in
Like,
the
what?
last episode, or 2 weeks ago, you literally have Terry sit down and say, "I love getting my picture taken by the
Yeah.
paparazzi." I'm like, "You just outed yourself, you
And I
guys.
know that was their
Stop."
attempt to like kind of laugh at themselves and be like, no, we would totally admit it. It's like, no,
No,
you
you would.
wouldn't. But also, can I be honest? I don't give a fuck that they did.
Same.
I'm more annoyed that like when like big celebrities do that. I'm like, I think that this is part of the game for them. Like their career in this is their truth in their story. If
Right.
things are getting out of line, out of season, and they
Mhm.
know that the cameras aren't picking up for 6 more months, bitch, I'm gonna try and control the narrative a little bit. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
who's and also too, it's not like they don't have a world of connections and don't know people or photographers that they've met over the years. Like, who cares? And
I
they got to
know.
go to
Who
Disneyland out
cares?
of
Truly,
it.
truly.
Yes. What do you think will happen with the Shannon and Vicki and Tamra of it all? Do you think that is a Joe and Teresa type thing completely done? Do you think they'll mend?
I mean, I feel like they've had arguments before and they've been able to work past them. I think the show is the glue that holds them together. So I
Hmm.
feel like at any one point, if one person is more removed or completely removed, then that would be the end of that.
Yeah.
So even though like in my gut, I want to say no, they won't, because if I'm Shannon and I have a former friend of mine calling me an alcoholic on national television in which my family watches, like I'm not going to be the quickest person to forgive you for
Yeah.
that. But I mean, I love the 3 of them together. We all love the 3 of them
Of
together. They have
course. Yeah.
something so special. So it's like you can always hope for the best, but I think, this one hurts. It cuts deep. I can imagine Shannon is really upset. And look, I think that there is validity in if Tamra was picking up Shannon's phone call every single night for 10 years, she is valid in feeling the way that she
Totally.
feels and having that frustration, but she's not going about it in a way that's going to be conducive for getting through to Shannon. If that's really what she wants to do to get through to her, this is not how she's going to do it. And then you have
Yeah.
Alexis.
Oh, have you ever? I didn't even know she had enough bandwidth in her brain to memorize all these little lines that she has come and rehearsed. Like, but she is literally like repeating them to herself over and over in the little production vehicle on her way
I'm
to set.
really
I'm like,
confused. I'm
I was
really
excited for her to
confused
come
by
back
it.
too. And I'm
I
like,
was
it's like
too.
she's either so heavily produced,
Mhm.
like by producers, or she is just so focused on coming across a certain way that every single statement is
Yeah.
planned. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
And
Like the
you
close
know
the door, Shannon Bedore. Like I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like when the
yeah.
Vicki, welcome to my world now. Like you had that in your back pocket for the last 5 weeks, waiting until
Yeah.
you saw Vicki. You know,
It's very transparent. And there's also like the stuff with John, it just feels so high school to me. And I'm like, you are grown women and you're acting like this over John Jansen. Like,
yeah.
look at what he's doing to Shannon publicly, by the way, for somebody who says he doesn't like the limelight. He's doing all of this very
And she tried to
publicly.
pay him off and settle out of court, and he wouldn't do it. So
Right.
miss me with that bullshit. Yeah.
Right. So to think that he won't turn around and do it to you, like you should maybe proceed with a little bit more caution.
And
That's
it's gonna
just
be
my
a rude awakening walking into those cameras, and you ain't got Johnny J to brag about, because then
yeah.
that's when you're gonna be like, God, I'm an idiot for doing what I did. You
And you know
know?
what? Like, I was thinking about this after watching last night's episode last season when, Shannon made the statement that, the fights with John like paralyzed her and we were all like, "Oh my gosh, girl, like get out of this relationship." And
Mhm.
and Alexis is saying like Shannon is lying. She's lying. She's lying and John's going to expose her. I'm like at this point, what is she lying about? Because John exposing her and suing her and leaking these videos, all that's doing to a audience viewer is making me think she's telling the truth about
He's an
John being a
asshole. It's
terrible
not, and we're
person.
not saying she never did anything wrong.
Right.
But you're definitely not Mr. Innocent, lovely,
Mr.
nice guy.
Nice
You're
Guy.
toxic
Yeah.
as shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And it absolutely led Shannon down an even worse path, in my
Right.
opinion. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is sinister. I don't fucking trust him, and it's so fucking clear that he is having her do his dirty work. I will give it to him though. I don't know if he planned this out from the beginning. I don't know what his master plan here was, but that is some crazy shit that he
Yeah.
has gotten himself in. I mean, who would have thought that
I
we'd be bringing
know.
back Alexis Bellino of all people?
And dating him. Yeah.
What?
It's
Like,
crazy.
and also she's out here talking about the man I'm going to marry, the man I'm going to marry. I'm like, are y'all engaged? Like,
She has a promise ring, I think.
Lord God have mercy. Oh Lord. All right. Well, before we wrap up, let's hit on Beverly Hills really quick. We haven't really heard too much about it other than the little promo they ran on Bravo saying that it's coming this fall. The ladies are all wrapped up. They did a cast trip to Grenada, I think. I can't remember if that's where they went. They went somewhere else too. Where else did they go? I don't remember. But we have Jennifer Tilly coming on, which I think is fucking iconic. We have Bozema. How do we say her name? I'm not even sure. St. John, but I love a 3 name. Like it's just
Yes.
very like it's
Classy.
yes.
Yes.
Also, she is like the real deal. Like
She's a boss.
she's a boss. She's worked
Yeah.
at Netflix, YouTube. I can't wait to have that energy in Beverly
Yeah.
Hills. And also too, and I had a friend who, whenever it was announced that she was coming on, he like freaked out because he saw her do like a TED Talk or something a couple years ago, and just said that she is like spectacular, like just has, like really inspired him. So I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, come on.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I love it. So definitely excited to see her. What are you excited for the season? What do you think is going to be involved with the Kyle and Mauricio of it all?
Yeah.
Take
I
another
am.
season of it.
I know. I am excited for this season. I love the cast. I love Garcelle and Sutton. Look, say what you want about Kyle, but like I respect her so much. She's been doing this for so long and she's such a good housewife. I love her family. Like she has been the housewife for so long,
Yeah.
So I am excited to see what's going down between Dorit and PK, obviously.
Oh, yes. They said
Yeah.
Dorit's on fire this year, too, and I love when Dorit is
I love
ignited.
it too. I love it too. We need
People
that
give
old
Dorit
school
a hard time, and
Dorit.
I'm like, Dorit is such a good housewife. I don't get why she gets so much shit.
Yeah. I have moments where like she's my favorite and then the next episode I'll be like, Dorit, why did you do something stupid like that?
Exactly. But that's a good housewife. That means
Yeah.
they're living their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The ebbs and flows.
I agree. No, I like her too. I'm really interested to see how, the stuff with Kyle and Mauricio and Dorit and PK, how that fosters conversations between Dorit and Kyle, because we know they have kind of been on the outs.
See, I'm nervous about seeing all that too, their fallout.
I will say one thing that kind of disappointed me, and I hope that she uses it as a chance to like turn it around. But I was just disappointed with like how little Kyle and Mo stuff we got by the reunion, only because at first I was like, okay, I understand this because she's wanting to keep it private. It is her real life and it's her family. But then to literally have Buying Beverly Hills come out the next week and have Mauricio laying it all out on the table, and even the daughters, like there were family meetings had, about it, and I was just like
real ass conversations.
Yeah, I was just like, Kyle, this is supposed to be you are the reality star, like
this is your game, boo. Yeah,
don't let him take it from you. Like, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting
for yourself.
So I'm hoping that I don't know if she watched it, but I'm hoping that she at least knows that he was putting it all out on the table. And she's like, okay, if you're going to do it, I'm going to do it. And here's my truth to it. I really want to see her do that.
Yeah, me too. And I do think that she has a good enough relationship with the network that they could be like, boo, But look, it was a slip up. I think overall, Kyle has been one of the housewives that really has put it all out there. She's honest. And I think at times too, when you're dealing with situations like this, you don't know how to navigate it, so maybe
it's easier said than done, for sure.
I think that I don't even know, maybe it wasn't intentional that she was like hiding things. She's just avoiding it, like she just didn't want to deal with it, but she can't control what they're doing over there, so we will see, but I'm going to get my tissues ready for 2 reasons, because I know I'm going to cry over Kyle and Mauricio. And number 2, I'm going to cry because I have to tell Morgan bye right now. So Morgan, thank you so much for joining me today. I feel like we hit on most things. So
we did. We gave a State of the Union.
Yes, we did, baby. And you're going to have to come back when Vicki is feeling better so we can all kiki and whoop it up together.
Yes.
Before you go, tell everybody where they can find you and hear your show every week.
Instagram and TikTok at Morgan P Talks. My podcast, Morgan's Pop Talks, comes out every Thursday. You can listen wherever you find your podcast, and you can also watch on YouTube.
There you go. You have it, everybody. Make sure you go listen to Morgan and give her all the love and support like a good friend, soulmate, sister does. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a good weekend.
Bye.
Okay, that was so much fun.
That was such a fun episode.
Everyone enjoyed it.
Yes, be sure to rate, review, and subscribe, and we'll be back again next week, right?
Just like corn. We'll see you next week.
See you soon.
I knew it. Another Hurrdat Media production.